Hey guys, it's Lynn. Just giving an update on my vlog. I know it's been a while since I've updated. Life has been completely hectic, but it's now June 2014, the day after Father's Day, and I figured it was about time I update because I actually have something to update. Now, if you've seen previous episodes of the vlog, I started the process in August 2013. I am now about 9-10 months after. It's June 2014, and I'm actually in the liquid diet stage, which it's my first day and I have to admit I am starving. But it's okay. I'm told that the first couple of days are the hardest and then it'll get easier and it's no big deal, and I am praying that they are right. My surgery date is June 30th, which is in 2 weeks. I have 2 weeks left as a pre-op, and then I will be joining the loser's bench. Now, for those of you who haven't seen previous episodes, I am Lynn. I am 25 years old, and I live in the Boston area. I grew up in South Florida, and I am having gastric bypass surgery, if you didn't know that already. I am married to a wonderful man. We actually got married last month. And I have 4 beautiful bonus kids. And life is great. I'm just dealing with the liquid diet phase and all that stuff. But hopefully it gets easier, because right now it really sucks. But what really sucks is when you're on the stage and then the neighbors downstairs are cooking yummy Brazilian food and you're like, I can't eat it. Can't eat anything. But it's totally going to be worth it. I keep telling myself that. It's totally going to be worth it. But anyway, to update, I've been in the preparation process now for pre-op. I grew up in South Florida during the 90s and the early 2000s. And if you were familiar with the news at the time, that was around the time of the Terry Schiavo case. If you don't know who that is or what that case is about, I'll post links down below. But the general gist was, it was a woman who, over the course of 16 years, there was a huge court battle about, life support and whether she should be on it or not, and the husband and the parents had different views, and she didn't have a living will. Most people feel like living wills and wills are just for older people, but in 1990, when this started, I was 2, she was 25. She was my age when this whole thing started. So knowing that I'm going for a major medical procedure and surgery, I was like, no. It was instilled in me very young that you have to have a living will. Like, you really should have one as soon as you turn 18, but I admit I slacked. I'm 25 and I'm in the process now of developing my living will. If you don't have one, I recommend LegalZoom. It was like $50-$60 for the peace of mind it brings and all that stuff. It was worth it to me. And with them, you get a free power of attorney. So obviously I put my husband as my power of attorney, so if there's any decisions that are not covered in the living will, he will make those decisions, and that way it's not the whole legal battle. You can put your own personal things in there. I know I put, if whatever reasons, these conditions, this, and this, it works. And you have, different states have different laws. I know I had to have 2 witnesses who weren't related to me or would benefit if I passed away to watch me sign it. So I got that, and I just have to scan it and send it back to LegalZoom and bring it to my hospital. I have my last pre-op appointment a week from today, where they're going to do blood work and things like that and make sure everything is good to go. And the surgery is a week after that, so yeah. As I said, yesterday was Father's Day. This past weekend, we took all the kids and we surprised them with a super awesome trip. We went for a weekend in a cabin in Maine off of a lake, completely, unplugged, no devices, no internet, no television. It was awesome. We did kayaking, canoeing, and a little bit of swimming and board games. And I admit we had a lot of really yummy food because we all knew it was the last weekend I could eat the really yummy food. So, yeah, lots of bad food, but kept it in moderation. I just weighed myself this morning. I didn't gain anything this whole past couple weeks where I've been in this whole tirade of saying goodbye to my favorite foods. I'm told that's normal, but yeah. So I went to my favorite restaurants, ate my favorite foods, and yeah. So I had my husband go through the house last night. He's been such a support. He went through the house and hid everything that would tempt me. Like any candies or cookies or anything that's junk, he hid it. The junk he's buying now for him, because he's not having weight loss surgery, he can eat the junk. We came up with some stuff that I hate and he loves, so it's not tempting me, but he is still happy. I'm lucky in the sense that I've always hated soda. It just never was my thing. I hate the carbonation and the bubbles. So he can still have his soda, and it doesn't tempt me because I think soda's nasty. Mint Oreos he likes, and I think they're gross, so he has those, and lots of spicy food because I don't care for it. Though right now I'm so hungry I could go for some buffalo chicken, but I can't do that. I've had 2 protein shakes so far today, and I have to say, at first protein shakes were awful. I couldn't get them down. I tried so many different brands, it was not working at all. And I went online and I ordered a recipe book by Bariatric Foodie, and she has one just for protein shakes, because that is a huge part in the beginning, is getting down these protein shakes and getting 50 to 70 grams of protein every day and all this other stuff, and they all taste like crap. So I bought this recipe book, and I have to admit, it is amazing. I give it 5 stars. I just started using it today, and I was able to drink 2 shakes, and before I wasn't even able to finish one. So it's amazing. She has the recipe books. She has you do this little quiz in the beginning where you determine what type of shake works for you, because what you like is going to be different than what I like, and vice versa. And she'll teach you how to do make it taste like a milkshake, and it's a protein shake, So I did that, and it worked. I had the chocolate one for breakfast and the peanut butter and jelly one for lunch. And I didn't really care for peanut butter jelly, but the difference between not caring for it and actually gagging on your shake. I wasn't gagging on it. I was still able to drink it. It wasn't my favorite, but I think that's more of a flavor combination thing than the actual shake. But the chocolate one was amazing. I even had my husband try. I'm like, you have to try this. And it was pretty good. So I definitely, if you're having trouble with protein shakes, get that book. It's by Bariatric Foodie. And she even has a couple on the website if you want to try a couple of the shakes before you invest in it. I felt I didn't have time to do that because I bought this book last week and my diet started today. So I didn't have time for the experimenting and make sure it arrived. It just seemed, I'm going to try this because it can't be worse than what I've had. So definitely worth the investment. I've made my Facebook page public. I've actually published it. I made it when I started the vlog and the blog and stuff, but I actually published it because I am close now, and apparently Facebook groups, they show that you've joined them. So I figure most of the people on my Facebook already know, and I haven't gotten any bad feedback. A couple people are like, oh my god, why would you do that? But they've also, when I've explained that I'm not doing this lightly, they've been like, okay, well, I don't agree, but it's your body, do what you want. I've had 1 or 2 not be so pleasant, But honestly, I just don't talk to them anymore, and it's not worth it. Not worth the stress. Yeah. I know some people you can't just write off like that, but these people I could, so that's okay. They weren't like family, and we weren't super close, so just kind of stopped talking, and I'm a lot better now with that. I do want to warn anyone watching that if you're members of there's all these Facebook groups, it does show up. Like, even if it's a closed group, it shows up that you are a member in this group on Facebook. How I know this is I went to tell my aunt that I was having surgery. She's a nurse and things like that, so I went to tell her, and I'm like, yeah, I'm having the surgery. And she's like, yeah, I already know. You're in like 20 groups. And I'm like, crap. So that tells me that a lot of people already know that I haven't told. And knowing this and knowing that I started Liquid Diet today, I was like, you know what, whatever. And I published the Facebook page, updated the blog, actually started stuff with this again. So, yeah, be careful. If you want to join the groups and don't want anyone on your Facebook to know, make a separate Facebook account just for the groups. If I knew that people would actually know, I would have done that. But what can you do? It's already there. I'm not going through and deleting myself from all these groups. So what can you do? But yeah, I think that's it. I will do more shows later on, but this is already going past a while, so I already have to edit. So yeah, I think that's it. Have a great day, and see you later. This is Lynn, signing off.